You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Good evening, modern travelers. Won't you be our guest? We have push button living at its very best. There's automatic sleep control in every bed, and our pre-digested food is cooked by infrared.
Okay, we like what you say, Mr. Tower Man. Take us that way.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly, and we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and we're also live on Instagram at Mr. Mo Kelly, MrMoKelly. And as customary, on Thursdays, we're joined in studio by Ms. Marsha Collier, our in-house tech pundit. Good to see you, Marsha.
Good to see you too, Mo. And I'm hit me up also on Instagram, Marsha Collier.
You have toys with you tonight.
Yeah, I get sometimes I get things to review, but this was a gift from another brand, not that brand. It was just a gift because I was nice, I guess. And they sent it to me, and I wasn't really sure. I haven't played with it enough. It scares me a little bit. It's made by the company, the Theragun.
Yeah, I got a Theragun.
My husband, all you guys, you got to hit Theraguns. I don't know. I can't use that thing pounding on my legs and back.
I swear by it. Swear by it. I had tight hamstrings. I used that Theragun for 10 minutes. I was a new man.
Okay, so what you're holding right there is smart goggles. It's an eye mask and smart eye massager. And it's the only eye mask powered by Smart Sense technology.
Ooh. Now, when I walked to the studio, Tuwala had it on, and it looked like he was using some sort of augmented reality thing, but it's nothing like that, is it?
Nothing like this. All it does is it soothes, supposedly. I've been told by people that it soothes headaches. It makes you calmer, which is interesting. Eye massagers, by the way, are really popular right now, and this is nice Valentine's Day present. I've seen them on sale as low. This is the first version for $149. Great deal. That's
reasonably priced when you think about other similar products in the market.
Right. And this lowers 71% of people say it lowered anxiety. 23% put it on before they went to bed, and it improved their sleep quality because you can put a timer on it to shut off.
I tried it when we were at the break before we started, and it felt like the sensation was like someone was massaging most of my head and face.
That's just what you want.
No, but I was ready to go to sleep, and I said, I can't go to sleep. I got a show to do. But I was saying I could see myself sitting in a chair. I don't sleep on my back. This would be too cumbersome to use sleeping on my stomach. But I could see myself sitting in like a lounge chair or something and having this over my eyes, and I would be gone in 10 minutes or so. Very relaxing.
It has so many different settings, crazy amount of settings, that you can set it for anything you want. You can customize the massage sessions. You can also there's a great app, and that's how you control it, is an app on an iPhone.
Your husband is in studio, and he's controlling it right now from his iPhone. Look, not everyone's perfect, okay?
You're right. But anyway, yeah, so it's on an iPhone, and you can control it from there. You can even get your heart rate insights, which is interesting because I saw some in the demo pages I looked at where people's heart rate actually went down.
Oh, I can see that. That makes perfect sense. It's a very relaxing sensation.
Now, there are buttons on there which toggle 3 preset modes: Smart Relax, Focus, and Sleep. And each mode defaults to 15-minute sessions, or you can increase or decrease the time. So people say they don't like futzing with the buttons. But because we're on Android, we got to learn how to futz with the buttons, right?
Well, let me ask you this. I haven't seen the app. Your husband has worked with the app. When you're using the app, how extensive are the options that you can toggle?
Come on,
Kurt. We're going to get you on the mic now. Don't be shy there.
There's about 20. There's about 20 different, what they call programs or things like that you can use. And you can also vary the heat, and you can vary the intensity of the pulse.
You can vary the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like that.
It's an amazing product. Okay, let's be honest. If one has injectables, I'm not sure it's the best idea, but I would have to check with a doctor about that.
I haven't used any injectables. I'm not trying to keep my wrinkles, but I'm not going to. Never mind.
I got you.
Never mind.
I got you. I'm not sure how that works with that, so I'm a little nervous because the injectables are very expensive if one was to get it.
Well, let me put it a different way. It does feel snug on your face.
It does. And you can loosen it so that when you're lying backwards, it's just resting on your face a little bit more. Everybody says the smart goggles are a great thing, and I look at them and they're beautiful, I think. And it's made by Therabody, who makes the Theragun. So, it has vibration, it has massage.
Let me ask you from a line of products standpoint, are we at the beginning or are we fully in this era of these types of massage products? It's one thing we had the vibrating chair or the vibrating bed of the 1970s, but now we're getting into these very specialized products.
Well, notice this is not AI. This is a mechanical device. And I think the price point, the retail price of this is $199.99. So at the price point, I think it's great. I think a lot more stuff is being made for health, but whether it's valuable or whether it's good, like I just recently bought a mask that has, if you put heat around your eyes, it's good for dry eyes. So I'll be testing that. It comes with a thing, you break it, it heats up on its own to the exact temperature you need.
Kind of like those instant ice packs or heat packs.
Right, exactly. Or, that I used when I was in Alaska.
Right. Or we use them on the court. If someone gets injured, you punch it and all of a sudden it's instant hot or instant cold, whatever you need.
Right. So all these new things are becoming more useful. And because, let's face it, the prices are going up on so much. I want to look and bring to everybody who listens reasonably priced things that are kind of superific.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. Marsha Collier, Tech Thursday, joins me in studio. We'll have more in just a moment.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
In the next half century, people will see as well as hear around the world. Pocket-sized radio instruments will enable individuals to communicate with anyone, anywhere. Newspapers, magazines, mail, and messages will be sent through the air at lightning speed.
Keeping in touch by means of the amazing new Bell Boy is the Bell System's answer today for doctors, salesmen, delivery men, or anyone who must be available at all times in the fast-paced world of Century 21. When someone calls and you are out, you can be reached by dialing your Bell Boy code number. When you get a signal on the Bell Boy, you can go to a phone to call your office or home and get the message.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. It's Tech Thursday. Marsha Collier joins us in studio. And Marsha, it's so funny. I go back and look through those vintage commercials, and there's always this idea of what the future will be in a technological sense. Sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they don't. And you can see how people had envisioned email or a pager, and then it does actually happen, but not quite the way it was originally imagined.
I have a whole channel on my YouTube of old commercials. I mean, I just love old commercials because they're such a voice in the future. And I need to make a correction and an apology. The Therabody app is available on Android. you can get it for these wonderful goggles, and it's a great gift. So there's that.
What else do you have for us tonight?
Oh, I got you some weird stuff. Do you remember, were you ever like an artist? Did you ever draw pictures?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And remember, did you ever trace things through light?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
New app that you're just going to love. It's called DaVinci Eye App.
As in like Leonardo?
As in Leonardo. You just go to DaVinciEyeApp.com, and the demo that I saw on the website is the guy had a glass, and on that he had his phone, and he projected using AR onto paper.
AR is an augmented reality.
Exactly. And he was tracing and doing portraits and beautiful pictures, and that is it's called...
It looks like an old Viewmaster from the
next one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it uses AR projector, so you can paint or sketch whatever you capture. It's an AR art projector. The app costs $19.99. I think that's a
That's nothing.
Great gift.
Yeah.
Get somebody that app and play with it yourself too. Now back to that lovely real viewer that you looked at. Remember Viewmasters?
How could I forget? It had the circular disc that you would put in. You see the different pictures, I don't know, of animals and stuff.
Oh, it was idiotic, but it was fun, right?
Oh, it was great.
Okay, there's a website called uncommongoods.com, which, by the way, is a great gift to find off-the-wall gift.
Uncommongoods.com.
Correct. And you search for Real Viewer, REEL, because it's a circle and a reel. And between $16.95 and $34.95, depending on what you want it made of, they have beautiful carved wood ones. The deal is you buy one of these at Uncommon Goods, and they send it to you, and it has chits in it that you can send in with 7 photos. So you can have the pictures on either side, and they're done from the different angles, so it's kind of the same 3D effect that we had with the Viewmaster. And hey, that's under $35 for the most deluxe version they make.
I remember having a Viewmaster when I was a kid. So this is like maybe 1973, 74. It was red, and it was the most wonderful thing imaginable at that time.
We know what to give Mo for Christmas.
No. I'm all about that. I told my mother, and Tawala's like always wanted my Rock'em Sock'em robots that I didn't get in the early 1970s. So like Tawala got me the Rock'em Sock'em robots for Christmas one year. I'm into all that kind of stuff.
Okay, and this is great because they'll send you the disc with your own pictures on it. Let me jump ahead. Of course, there's Lego, the Lego flower bouquets, which is a great gift.
Get out of my childhood.
And that's $47.99 at Walmart.
That's also reasonable.
Yes. And if you don't have that kind of money, there's a rose bouquet. 2 long-stemmed red roses for $14.99 at Lego.com. I mean, and Legos are fun to put together. You know, you sit down, you relax, but this is the best thing that I found. I'm showing Mo the QFX Retro 39 shoebox tape recorder with USB player.
As in analog.
As in analog, except you can push the music through with Bluetooth or obviously a USB connector. It's got a built-in microphone, a built-in speaker, and these are cassette tapes, which you can also buy on Amazon, like 5 for $10.
I was wondering, like, can I find Memorex anywhere?
I looked, and those were Memorex that I found, yeah. So, and it's got an FM radio in it, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is that little jack to your old-fashioned earbuds, and that is $34.99.
Everything old is new again.
I mean, what fun you can make mixtapes.
Well, not only that, and this is a conversation I had with Tawala, if you should have a lot of older analog media, this is a good way with a little bit of help from a digital audio workstation, you can transfer that media to a digital format just for posterity's sake.
Well, but you can do that and put it on CDs or DVDs.
No, you can't. I'm just saying because the analog would degrade over an amount of time.
Exactly. Now, it does make the files into MP3 needs MP3 format, but you've got those. You know how to do this. You did it as a kid. And if you're a young'un, ask somebody older to help you out.
I remember that I talked to young people today, and they go on Spotify or YouTube or Tidal and get whatever song they want. And I had to explain to my blended kids and nieces and nephews, no, we sat by the radio with a tape recorder next to it, waiting for a song to come on. It could be hours in between.
Because you'd call in.
Yes.
You'd call into the station. Can you please play? Brr, 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 brr. And you'd just sit there. I remember doing that all the time.
And that was the only way that you could get a recording, because most of the time these were quote unquote singles, which were not released individually. You had to go buy the full album.
Exactly.
You didn't have that type of money as a 12-year-old.
Exactly. But these are great, and you can make mixtapes. If you don't know what that means, go ask somebody.
Go ask an old person.
That's going to be our new theme. Ask an old person.
Yeah, mixtape? What is that?
But you're going to love it. It's so much fun. And just looking at it, it's so retro.
Oh, it brings back so many memories.
And for $34.99, I think that's a great gift with a pack, $10 worth of tapes.
And you may not remember all of these great ideas and gifts, but make sure you check out the podcast later on. You can obviously listen to it, the iHeartRadio app, or iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you download your podcast. So don't forget, you can always go back and review this. And also, you can reach out to Marsha Collier on social media.
That's right. You can reach me at X, or go to my website, marshacollier.com, and go to the contact page.
Better tell them how to spell your first name.
MarshaCollier.
Got a 2-for-1, first name and last name spell. Marsha Collier, got to run, but I always appreciate talking to you because, as I said, I always learn something from you.
This is fun.
And we're going to have some fun next week, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, then.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Applebee's announced today that it is bringing back what has been described as the coveted date night pass. And it went viral some years ago, I do remember. But this year, Applebee's is offering 3,000 passes. Now, they're going to be on sale, not for free. You're going to have to buy these. But they're going to be exclusively available to Club Applebee members. I didn't know that there was a Club Applebee's. I've only been to Applebee's maybe twice in my life, and I didn't know there was some club. Like Disneyland has Club 33. I didn't know there was a Club Applebee's where people were, getting it on and doing stuff and getting their drink on and getting their eat on.
Well, maybe it's been a secret up till now.
Club Applebee's on Valentine's Day, 3,000 randomly selected members will receive an email notifying them that they've been selected to purchase a date night pass. And those interested in the pass must be Club Applebee members. You have to be a member of the club. There's Chess Club, there's Glee Club, there's Band Club, and there's Applebee's Club. This is the club you want to be in. And if you should get that golden ticket email, you can purchase one of the date night passes. And it costs $100. $100 for a date night pass. Stop it, Mark. And it will include the option. It'll allow card members to get up to $50 of food and non-alcoholic beverages once a month for the next year. So you could get about $600 of food and non-alcoholic drink over the course of those 12 months.
So it's not like the one night $100, because I'm like, that's like 10 meals.
Right. You spend $100, you get about $600 worth of food in return. You can only use it once per month, and it's redeemable for those 12 visits between March 1st of this year and February 28th of next year. And according to Applebee's, and it sounds right, by the time that February 28th, 2026 rolls around, you as a Club Applebee member and date night pass holder would have saved $500. I just can't imagine spending some $600 in Applebee's. I just can't. I was racking my brain. I can specifically remember one time I went to Applebee's with my father. Hey, he chose the spot. What was I supposed to do? Say no. He wanted to go to Applebee's. All right, we'll go on to Applebee's. And the youngest person in Applebee's was 458. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it was 272. But I was the youngest person in there at 50. That's all I can take.
Oh, this wasn't like when you were a kid. This was
no. No. This was like in the 2020. It's like it was in and around like right before the pandemic. Okay. We went to Applebee's. He wanted to go to Applebee's. We were in Torrance. I think it was the one like on PCH or something like that. And we were going to get something to eat. And he said, oh, and I remember my father got excited. Why don't we go to Applebee's? What do you mean? Why would we go to Applebee's? You have your choice of restaurants. I'm paying, mind you. And he chose Applebee's. So Applebee's it was. And that's how we ended up at Applebee's. The point is, outside of that one occasion, I can't think of another occasion. And I can't think of any time in which I would go to my wife and say, hey, it's date night. Let's go over to Applebee's. Yeah. And set it off.
Yeah, Applebee's will close the deal for you.
Just in time for Valentine's Day. What could be a better night than
dollar margaritas?
Do they even have like a full bar at Applebee's? I don't remember them.
Kind of like you. I went once probably like 10 years ago, but I hear it's popular with the 20-somethings because the margaritas are so cheap. So they'll go there to get wrecked.
I guess.
That's the only thing I've heard of people why it's popular.
But can't you do the same thing at El Torito?
Probably, but I think they're known for the cheap, because I think it's literally $1.
Oh yeah.
So
I guess if you're trying to get your buzz on
and you're young,
and you don't have a lot of money, you only got like let's say $6, then yeah, I get that. But I'm not going to Applebee's by choice. And I'm definitely not going to my wife saying, hey, can you sign us up for the Applebee's club? Because I'm trying to get this date night pass where we can go to Applebee's once a month. And then we could come home and once a month, if you know what I mean.
Did you notice any Applebee's merch in that Eyes Wide Shut party scene?
No, I can't say I did.
There's a place where people smile big, eat good, and always score a sweet deal. It's got to be Applebee's. What makes a honey of a deal? Our amazing new honey pepper sauce. It makes honey grilled chicken and honey pepper steak a taste of honey heaven.
Why is she yelling at me? It sounds like she's angry at me.
She insists that you eat good in the neighborhood. She wants it now.
And if a selling point is pepper steak, I probably don't want to go.
There's a place where people smile big, eat good, and always score a sweet deal.
And you're saying it's Applebee's? I was thinking more like Denny's.
There's a place where people smile big, eat good, and always score a sweet deal. It's got to be Applebee's.
In the neighborhood.
What makes a honey of a deal? Our amazing new honey pepper sauce. It makes honey grilled chicken and honey pepper steak a taste of honey heaven.
I hear just fine. Is she talking to old people who can't hear anymore? Why is she yelling at me?
It does sound like she's angry.
That's the demo right there. I don't like to talk about this stuff usually, but years and years ago, I dated a nice young lady who worked at an Applebee's.
Uh-oh.
Nice waitress lady.
And she revealed to me that they called each other Apple Buddies. And
as opposed to F Buddies?
No. They all, well, actually maybe. But that was the beginning of the end, because you better believe I never missed a chance to call her an apple buddy after that.
Did she have an apple bottom?
That's all I'm going to say. And I told you I don't like talking about this. But I felt,
I love it when Mark is uncomfortable. All the stuff he says about me, and I'm just supposed to take it, but I love to keep him off balance.
You can hear his whole body just tense up.
Oh, yeah, he's clenching.
Yeah, fully clenched. But this is a long time ago. Statute of limitations is far past. I dated an apple buddy. Briefly.
Nice.
It makes honey grilled chicken and honey pepper steak a taste of honey heaven.
Pepper steak is not a taste of honey heaven. It isn't. It's pepper steak is dinner at 2 p.m. food. Pepper steak is 1970s eating. Remember that restaurant Love's? When you're in Love's, the whole world's delicious. It's just one of those restaurants. It's one of those comfort food restaurants where you go in and everything smells like blue hair. That's the only way I can describe it. It smells like bingo, pinochle, and bridge club at 1:30, and everyone's eating dinner at 2 and asleep by 4.
It's like because I'm sure you're familiar with this. It's like walking into a Spires.
Yes,
that kind of smell.
That Aspires on Sepulveda and Western.
Exactly.
That was the lick, as they say. That was a great place.
Yeah.
I love me some Spires.
I don't know if anybody under the age of 80 understands the blue hair reference, but old people genuinely used, women particularly, would put bluing in their hair. That's where that comes from.
Thank you for explaining that. Yeah, because I sometimes forget they don't get that as a dated reference.
No, I had asked my grandmother about that because every time she went to the golf course, she hung out with a bunch of other blue hairs. And I got to tell you, those commercials for Applebee's or Subway or whatever, those are scientifically designed to drive people like my grandmother insane with desire and hunger.
The marketing on that was so accurate because my parents and grandparents loved Spires, loved Applebee's. And did you ever eat at Love's, Stefan?
And I can't say that I have. Not that one.
Oh my!
Spent a lot of time at Spires, though.
We went to Spires about once a month, and I loved it because I always got breakfast food, and you could get breakfast there 24/7. It was kind of like Denny's, but my father hated Denny's because it used to be called Sambo's, so he refused to go to. I'm being serious. It's a true story. Yeah. And so we would go to Spires
because that's basically a local Denny's.
Yeah, it is.
That's essentially what it is.
I'm trying to see if I can find a Love's commercial because they had a great jingle. I'll see if I can find it. Well, let me see if this is it.
When you're in love, when you're in love, when you're in love, the whole world's delicious.
Love's gives you a lot to like. Good food and lots of it.
Are they talking about food?
No wonder so many people have come to love love.
When you're in love, the whole world's delicious.
Oh, I think they wanted you to...
Ready for the biz quiz?
The tune was so innocent, and then he comes in like DJ Smooth,
right.
Like, at Love's.
Yeah, they want you to eat good in the neighborhood at Love's.
Oh, there's a lot of loaded comments in there. Let me tell you, we got to go to break. It's later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere, the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
And the word always changes from generation to generation. The things that we used to say as kids that confused and confounded our parents, now our kids, in some cases grandkids, are talking in a language that just doesn't make sense for the most part. But here's the thing, which is really different. When I was growing up, you could say someone was moted, or we're bagging on them, we're snapping on them, or something happened to them. They got vicked or they got gaffled. Those words hung around longer, if only because there wasn't social media, there wasn't the internet. Now language is changing like this, like that. You know, the words that were used last year, like I can't say on fleek anymore. They look at me like, what are you talking about? That was like last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, you get clowned.
Yes, and we still say clown, and I don't think they say clown anymore. But
they don't.
I wouldn't know. Okay, we're talking about people 40 years younger than me. But there's this new movement on social media where you have younger people trying to educate older people, like, children educating their parents on what the latest lingo is. Like, for example,
good,
Sigma,
bad,
skibbity,
delusional,
delulu,
romantic,
riz,
not true,
cap,
the greatest ever,
goat,
booty,
gat,
looking better than someone else,
mogging,
someone you love,
pookie,
something that's weird,
sus.
I knew two of them, maybe. Two?
I like
sus.
I liked her get.
Yeah. Sus, and I could figure out pookie, but that's not something I would have said.
No. Like as a phrase, like girls used to say that back in the day. And then after New Jack City, no one wanted to say pookie anymore.
Because I was a crackhead who died. Yeah.
So like, again, things come and go. Some of these words I have heard my daughter clown because I have said that's cap. And she said, oh my God, Daddy, no one says that's cap like that. That's not how you use it in a sentence. She said that to me. And I said, wow. I said, wait a minute. That's not how you use cap in a sentence.
They have almost their own lexicon and language because only they can understand it. And there are enough words where you can almost have complete sentences and conversations with these words and expressions which completely go over our heads. And that's saying nothing of text language conversations.
Do you know what the op is?
No.
There's a dance studio. My daughter wants to get back in the dance. And she said, and there's a dance studio not far. And I said, oh, there's a dance studio right there. We should enroll you. She said, are you serious? That's where the op goes. And I'm like, what is the op? My opposition. Those who are against me. The op. And I said, are you serious? She said,
she was, yeah.
Yeah. She said, yes, very serious.
I can't say I've heard that before, but it makes sense in their world why it makes sense.
Why not just say, people I don't like, the op. That's where the op goes. I'm like, huh?
She clowns you, Daddy.
No cap.
No cap.
It's all part of the eternal circle of life, and you'll never escape that. All you guys are doing is giving me flashbacks to like Bill Cosby walking around in one of those sweaters pronouncing things to be fly. Although now we know he might have been talking about his fly.
Or Spanish fly.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your hands away from your fly.
Good.
Sigma.
What is that? Sigma.
That honestly sounds like the beginning of a frat house.
Yeah, it's a Greek letter.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That takes longer to say.
Yeah.
I figured out goat and sus.
Goat has been around forever. Why are they bringing goat back?
I have no idea, but it's back.
Good.
Sigma.
Bad.
Skibbity.
Delusional.
Delulu.
Knew that one.
Romantic.
Riz.
Nope.
Not true.
Cap.
Knew that one.
The greatest ever.
Goat.
Yes.
Booty.
Got.
As what? As in got booty?
No, like got.
Like,
yeah.
But that's why I said, I like the way she pronounced it.
Yes.
Oh.
That's just cutting off the D.
It's phonetic.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Not true.
Cap.
The greatest ever.
Goat.
Booty.
Got.
Oh, now I got it. Got.
She took,
Yeah.
there you go.
Ugh, yeah, okay.
She took out the Y.
Yeah,
Booty.
Got.
Looking better than someone else.
Mogging.
Never heard mogging.
Mogging.
Yeah.
Why would you
Mogging
say
or
mogging?
modding?
I don't know.
That's only was a G.
That's a new one for me.
And we would say mean mugging, like, you staring someone at, like you want to do something, but I don't know.
Looking better than someone else.
Mogging.
Someone you love.
Pookie.
Now we would say boo thing.
Boo thing, yeah.
It's like, who
Please
is
don't.
that? Who's that? Oh, that's my boo thing.
That's my little boo thing.
What if I prefer English?
It is English.
Is it?
Yeah. It's used within its slang, but it's still English slang.
But Pookie's a weird one because that's so generic. That's something from like the 50s almost.
Well, no, Pookie is, honestly, that's a culturally specific reference. Pookie was usually a nickname of someone in the neighborhood. It could be Pookie, it could be Ray Ray, Bebe. Pookie was just like, is almost like someone in the neighborhood. Now they've attached a romantic aspect to it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, it's all weird. But speaking of young people, just want to give a quick shout out. One of our younger listeners, Justin Lee Schultz, we want to congratulate him. He's a musical prodigy. He's turning 18 tomorrow, and he's having a birthday show at the Moroccan Lounge here in L.A. tomorrow, Friday, February 7th. The doors are opening at 6:30 p.m., and the show starts at 7:15 p.m. You can get tickets at www.officialjustinleeschultz.com. That's ULTZ.com. In fact, a Grammy Award winner, Corey Henry, who was just on the show, he was going to be there. He'll probably sit in for some part of the set. Robert Glasper, D-Smoke, and other special guests will be in attendance as well. So first, happy birthday to Justin Lee Schultz, and congratulations on his show. Turning 18. Now he's grown. He probably knows a lot of these words. None of us know, but he probably knows them.
Sounds sus.
Well done. Well done.
Pookie.
Something that's weird.
Sus.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere. No cap. On the iHeartRadio app.
No axes to grind here. What do you think we are, lumberjacks? How do you even grind an axe anyway?
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live every